Before I get started with the story, shout out to Tonda for sending this story to me. Now, if y'all follow my live stream channel, I did a story a couple weeks ago on that channel talking about this topic in which this person you see in the picture, whose name is Justine Ang Fonte, who was trying to introduce this very weird sex education to children. And I say weird sex education because it's not the traditional sex ed that most people or most students in high school would get. It was some perverted shit. Like, let's be real here. But I never had her picture pulled up, but I told people what she kind of would look like. But this is her. This is her. And look at the sign that she's holding. First day of my 11th year disrupting health education. If that was not the biggest red flag ever, I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, I come on here to talk about how the parents from that school raised so much hell that they ended up firing her from her position. And I'm trying to figure out how the hell she even got hired in the first place. But I'm going to go ahead and read this article. And based on the fact that this was a private school she was going to do this at, I can see why they fired her. Because, private schools, you got to pay thousands of dollars for that. Them kids, them students, them parents were about to pull out a lot of money from that school, which means that school could have gone under. And they had to think about the big picture at the end of the day. Take away the funding or get rid of the teacher. I think that was an easy toss-up. So they had to let her go. A teacher who taught controversial sex ed classes that included cartoon videos on masturbation for first graders at the posh Dalton School has resigned, the Post has learned. Justine Ang Fonte, who taught a one-day workshop on porn literacy to juniors at Columbia Grammar and Prep School last month, that angered some parents, will not return to the school next year, according to an email from Dalton's head of school, Jim Best, sent to parents Friday. Best also will not be returning to Dalton next year. Throughout her tenure at Dalton, Justine Ang Fonte has helped to develop an exemplary K-12 health and wellness program. Dalton, our faculty, staff, administration, and trustees continue to stand firmly behind this program and those who teach it, Best wrote. Well, it's good that they're cutting the fat even more by getting rid of the person that wanted to defend this perverted so-called teaching. Our faculty and staff meetings this week, Justine announced a decision to leave Dalton to focus on her work as an independent health educator. She has been working toward this goal for over a year. We support Justine's aspirations and look forward to honoring her accomplishment at the academic close. As the academic year comes to a close. Fonte is the third high-profile Dalton staffer to leave the school this year, as the school struggles with a simmering conflict between the faculty and parents over its progressive agenda. Dominic Rollins, the school's director of DEI, or Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, left in February to pursue other opportunities, the school said at the time. And they put pursue other opportunities in quotation. Let's keep it real. They fired him, or they fired that person. And to pursue other opportunities was the reason that they had to soften the blow with that one. Best, Dalton's headmaster for the past 3 years, who has been with the school for a total of 16 years, announced in April he was resigning to pursue other exciting and inspiring opportunities. Just know whenever they say that someone's pursuing other opportunities, a lot of times it means that, one, they might be getting other opportunities, or two, they got fired, but they don't want to tell them that they got put in the write-up that they got fired. One parent said Friday she was not impressed with the school statement about Fonte. This inability to admit a mistake or acknowledge a misstep is strange, she said. It shows a real lack of emotional intelligence and a self-awareness on behalf of the leadership team. Last fall, Dalton's parents, who pay $55,000 per year for their kids' tuitions, learned that the first graders were being taught sex ed lessons that included cartoons showing little kids talking about touching themselves for pleasure. Well, I, for one, am glad that they are getting rid of her. I don't even know how in the hell she even got into that position anyway. And I expressed as such in my other video. This article only touches on her being let go. It doesn't go into detail of her quote unquote teachings that she was doing. That stuff was not meant for little kids. I mean, you literally were teaching something called porn literacy. Like, who does that for kids? And y'all got a picture of her. This is her right here. Like, this sign is creepy. And the thing is, she wrote it in a very kid-like way to attract children. Like I said, the agenda is being pushed. It's pretty damn obvious. But I'm glad that they got rid of her. But other schools out there, they need to be on watch. Don't hire this woman. If she comes with a resume in hand, do not even give her an interview.